Today we'll be learning top 10 Excel interview questions. There may be plenty of Excel interview questions. So I try to collect around 10 Excel functions, which is from basic, intermediate and advanced. So hope these questions would be helpful for you. Let's start. So I have a data here, and the first question is highlight scores of above 85 in green, highlight score 75 and above in orange, highlight score of 50 and above in yellow. So we have a student's marks. So we need to highlight based on their marks with the colors. So I'm going to select this range. So we go with this smallest to big. So 50 is 50 and above, right? So we can go to home. Condition formatting for this, you can use new rule. Format only cell that contain. You can say that greater than or equal to 50. So first 50 and above will be yellow. So I'm going to select yellow color first. Click OK. Now you see everything is getting turned to yellow. Next, go to again for condition formatting, new rule, format only cells greater than or equal to. Next is this 75. I'm going to select 75. We are going to format it to orange color. So I'm going to select orange here. Click OK. So now you can see you got change. Anything above 75 is getting colored orange. So I'm keeping the range and going again to the condition formatting, new rule, format only cells greater than or equal to 85. Format would be green. So I'm going to select the dark green. So click OK. Now just see anything 85 above is green, anything 75 and above is orange, anything less than that is yellow. So we can use this function condition formatting to get the we can highlight the colors. So let's go to the second question. Check if the total is correct. If not, correct it. So have it data, students data, total marks. So we need to check whether this total is correct. So when you select all the, it is 660. So it looks 660 correct. Let's add separately here. 81 plus 79 plus 63 plus 85, 88, 58, 60, 95, 75, 61. Now we can see we have a total of 745. When you minus it, we are around 85 difference. To find where the actual error, what you can do is we can use a len. So len is where you can find how many characters in this cell, each cell. To find that, we can use a len function, len len. Select the cell, click OK. Copy the formula till the data. So we see that all this has two digits. So when you come into this value, it has 5 characters. That's the reason it is not picking this data. Okay. So we had the total was 745. So we minus this with this amount will be 85. So 85 is the amount here. And one more thing, you can see in the left hand corner, you can see error because this data has some spaces. See, we have some spaces here. That's the reason it is not taking. And if you select this cell and if you go to that on top, it says text format. The rest is all in general format. This is in text format. You can go ahead and change it to general format, but still this error is showing the green color. You can see the green here. You can go select this, convert to number. So when you can convert to number, the value changes to total. So when you total all, it's 745. Okay. Hope this was helpful. Let's move on to the question 3. So here the question says, how can I keep the header and the first column visible while scrolling through the rest of the data in an Excel sheet with the data set provided. So if we scroll down, the header is also going hiding. So we see the data, but we don't see the header here. So they are asking us to make sure that this header is constant when the data is getting moved. For that, we can use a freeze function. So you can select this first column, as it says first column, go to view, freeze panes. You can use this panes, freeze, click on this, and now you can see. So now it is changing here. So let's unfreeze again. Okay, I'm going to select this header, say top row. Now you can see data getting moved hide, but this header is remaining constant. Hope this was helpful. So let's move on to the question 4. How can I identify cells in a column F where a formula has not been applied? So we have a data, a salesperson's data. Total sales is 158, it is showing. So 158, and actual total is 159. So we have a variance of 1000. So somewhere in the F column, as it says, there is a problem. There is a error in the formula. So one way of checking is go each cell, find the is there any formula. So you can see this column 5, the amount is typed manually, and if you go to the next columns, the formula it is taken. So data is less, we can do that. If its data is more than like 1000 lines or 10,000 lines, to finding the where the cell which is manually inputted the data is very difficult to find. For that, what you can do, go to formulas, under formulas, go to show formulas here, just click on this. So now you can see everywhere it shows the cell number from where it is taking. D2 is nothing but this cell 5 units, E2 is nothing but 5000. So it is calculating on this. If you come down, you can see here this is taking manually. So easily find that which cell it is creating the issue. So what we can do is first again go click on this show formulas again. Now it becomes normal. So copy the formula above to down. Now we are able to fix the variance. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question number 5. How can I protect how can I protect column F, that is this, and cell D12? D12. Okay, this cell 159 total amount in an Excel worksheet while allowing the other cells to remain editable. So I just want to protect these cells since this has the formulas here, and this is the taking the total of this. So nobody should edit anything in these cells, but I need to give the access to edit all these cell apart from column F and D12. So for that, how to protect those cells? Only those cells. Let's select the entire data, clicking on here, or can use Control A to select the entire sheet. Right click, go to Format Cells. Under Format Cells, go to Protection. So it says locked. So unlock it, everything. Click OK. So we need to protect only the F column and the D12. So I've selected column using Control. I'm selecting this cell also. So right click again, go to Format Cells. Under this, use locked. Hidden, if you want to check on hidden means if you want to hide the formulas so nobody can see how you calculating, you can click on it. Let's say we click this also. Okay. Now go to review, protect. So let's say I'll put a formula as 1, 2, 3. Click OK. So again it asks for re-enter 1, 2, 3. Click OK. So let me type here. So I can't delete anything here. So if you delete, it says the cell has been protected. So if I try to delete here, it is protected. Let me say if I delete somewhere here, I can delete anything here. Yeah, I can delete anywhere here also, total values. Okay, but I can't delete anything here. So we can protect the particular cell or the particular column using the format cells. Now we can unformat. You want to unprotect, go to review, unprotect, type the password. Then you can go ahead and modify the formula, anything. I hope this was helpful. So let's move on to the question 6. it says if the check if the VLOOKUP function used is correct. If not, correct it. So this is the source data. So this is the where we have put the formula. So you can see the formula, VLOOKUP formula. It is taking on the roll number and this data. Okay. Let's check whether why it is taking not applicable. Let's say whether there is any data related to not applicable. So 107 it is taking no issues, no issues. This is also data is taking. So we'll check 107 60 marks. So 60 marks. This is correct. Okay. 102 79. 102 79 is correct. 1009 75. So it is 75 here. So 1001 is not applicable, but we have the value here. But we have the value, but it is not picking in the VLOOKUP. So we need to find the reason for it. When you double click on this thing, you can see the range it is taking here. Again, if you click on this, the range of this table is going down, one row down. So we click on again, the range is going down. It is not selecting the other range. Click on this again, the range is going down. So why it is happening is when you select the range, this is not freezed. A2 is nothing but A22 and C11. This range should be freezed because the source data is sitting in only from A2 to A11. For that, what you can do, use F4 function to freeze the cell. So I've logged the cells using a $sign. You can manually use the F4 function to log the cell of this range. So range is nothing but this range, table area. Table area is nothing but the source. So I will log this using the $sign now. Once you log, copy the formula, drag the formula down. So now you see the data is picking now. So we are able to correct the VLOOKUP function here. Let's move on to the question 7. Calculate the total sales amount of for a salesperson Jenny in the West region for a product B where the sales amount is greater than 25,000. So it has 4 criteria here. We need to find the sales Jenny. Under Jenny, West is the region where, under West region, product B. If the product amount, sales amount is more than 25,000, we need to total that. It says total. Total means we need to sum. So for that, we'll do a one function is, let's do one. First is salesperson Jenny. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this header to deal. We need to get the answer here. So I'll just paste it down here. So salesperson, as it says Jenny. So I'll paste it Jenny here. So I'll just paste the Jenny here. Region, in the region West. So West is here. You can add it here. Product B. So product B. So we need to find the sales amount that is more than 25,000. The sales amount is greater than 25,000. We need to assess. We have around 4 criteria. For that, what we can do, you can use a SUMIFs function. Ifs is for multiple. Click SUM and SUMIFs. Click on this fx function. So it gives a function argument box. It is easy to put all the necessary columns here. So it says sum range. We need to sum the sales. So I'm going to select only the range. Since this data is not protected, locked, so I'm going to F4 function to log the range criteria. First criteria is Jenny, right? Jenny is the criteria, right? So I can select the Jenny here. It says criteria 1. So criteria is nothing but 1. It should be 1. So it says criteria range. Criteria range is the number of cells. So range, first criteria is Jenny. You are looking for Jenny. Range. So I'm going to select the person's column. Do F4 function to lock it. Under this salesperson, whom I am checking, either you can type it here Jenny, or you can select the Jenny here, which you have taken here. Okay. Again, first criteria we selected. Second criteria is West region. The criteria range is you need to find for which region. So it says range. So I'm going to select the range here. Do F4 function to log the cells. Under range, what you are trying to look is West. Either you can type it West here, or I'm just selecting the cell here. So again you will do a tab. So the third criteria, product. It says criteria range. Range means set of cells. So range 3 is product. So I'm going to select this product column and do F4 function to log the cell. Use again tab. You move into next category. Next tab is the criteria range. Third point. So criteria means we are trying to look for criteria means 1. That is product B. So 3 we have done. The last criteria is whereas the sales amount is greater than 25,000. Sales amount is in D column. I need to sum anything greater than 25,000. So range 4 sales the amount where we need to find greater than 25,000. So I'll go to select the range, do F4, again click on tab. It will move into the next criteria. Under this criteria 4, you need to put greater than. It says sales amount is greater than. So I'll put greater sign 25,000. Okay. So once you tab, you can see the value is picking here. Hit OK. Now you can see 35,000. So let's try check. Jenny. This is south. This is not the one. Next, Jenny West. So West is the one option. Jenny West B product 35,000. So we have only one. So if you have anything, Jenny's, say example, I put Jenny again down here. We have Jenny B 50,000. Now the value is changed to 85 because it is more than 25,000 and this is also 35,000. When you add both, it is coming to 85,000. Okay. So if I remove, if I change it back to north, so we have the only one which is 85,000 above. This is little bit tricky when you break it based on the criteria. This I given you simple as a example so that you know like what are the criteria we are taking it, or you can directly go ahead and input your criteria area. So Jenny, you can type the Jenny here, you can type West here, and you can type B product B here. So I've just given this cell so that to understand, easy to understand. I hope this was helpful. So let's move on to the question 8. How do I create subtotal based on company code and calculate the total revenue for each company code? It says subtotal. So we have a data, we have the company code and the revenue and the company name, industry and the location. The question was, how do I create a subtotal based on company code? So company code is a column and calculate the total revenue of each company code. So I need to know each company code. See example 1001. I don't think anywhere it is there. So we total it should be 300. So I need to get a subtotal for each company code wise breakup. For what you can do for that, you can select the data, go to data on the header, go to towards right. You can see a subtotal. Click on subtotal. Under subtotal, so we are looking for each change in company code. So they are asking us for the company code. So I'm selecting the company code here. So we need to sum, right? Total revenue, sum total. So we have to total. So there will be a lot of options. Since it is we need to sum that, we are using the sum option. Based on what we need to sum on revenue values. So I'm selecting the revenue here. Okay. Summary data, I replace current pure subtotals we have already have. So I'm checking it to replace it. Click OK. So now we can see company wise, that is getting breakup for each total for each company wise. So you can see here each company totals we are able to get using the subtotal. So here you can go click it, it gives you 9020. This is by the company wise total, or you want the company wise with the breakup. So all three options you can find it here. I hope this was helpful. Let's move on to the question 9. How can I verify if the pivot table is set up correctly? If not, how can I correct it and add industry in the pivot table? So we have a pivot table here. So the already pivot table is been added here. So we need to see whether the pivot table data is picked everything correctly, and the other criteria is add a industry. So we need to add industry in this pivot table. So now we have around total of 1003 to 40. So we'll total the revenue values here. You can use sum. Here it is 5,865, but we have only 3,000 320. So we need to, I think data is not picking more than, see, it's taking only till company code 011. So after that 12, 12, 13, 14, 15, it is not taking the data. So we need to select the range so that the entire data is picked in the pivot table. For that you can click on this pivot. So if you click anywhere, you don't see any other options here. When you click on the pivot, you can do two options here, options and the design. So go to options, under options, change source data. We need to change the source data because the entire data is not picked. Change source data. If you see that it is taking till here, you can see this highlighted range. So what you can do, I'm going to select again from here till the data down till 40. Click OK. So now you can see 5865, 5865. The data is picking. And first criteria we have corrected it. Second criteria is add industry in the pivot table. So we need to add industry here. So industry is here. So how to add that? So what you can do is right click on this. Okay, show fields. When you right click on the pivot table, show fields. Now you get this table. So what you can do, I need to add the industry in the row column. So take the industry, you can click on the industry. It is not taking. Okay, yes. So I've added the industry down here. Once you add, automatically it is picking. Sometimes the industry would be showing under this row. Say it was 001 industry. It is not in the tabular form, like it's not in the column form. What you can do, just click on it, go to design, go to report layout, change it to tabular form. Tabular form is nothing but it comes like this order. Sometimes what happens when you drag that all the data, it comes under this 001 technology will be here, but it should be here. So for that, what you can do, go to design, report layout, tabular form. So when you do tabular form, it comes in a tabular format here. Now we able to solve the issue with two. One was the range, one was the added the industry into the pivot table. Okay, let's move on to the question 10. So this will be a little tricky. Let's try. Use a function in Excel to assign grades based on the following criteria. The score below 35 are fail. Score from 35 to 49 is pass. Score from 50 to 59 second class. Score 60 and above are first class. So we have four criteria. One is 35 less than 35, and above 35 less than 49 would be pass. Above 50 less than 59 second class, and anything 60 and above is first class. So we have so many criteria we need to find. For that, which function we can use? So we can use the if function. If is like if this value is so and so. So you can add the if function and add all these criteria. For that, what you can do, you can start with the if function, open bracket. So under this, first you should understand we should go with the higher value to the lower values. Let's start with the higher value is 60 and above. Open this bracket, use this fx function argument box, logical text. What you are trying to test is the marks. So I'm going to select this cell 60. Under this, what is the criteria we are trying to test? It should be score of 60 or above. So and above, right? So I put greater than or equal to 60. Okay, that is the value. If this is true, what should I get? First class. So I just type it, first class. If it is false, let's leave it blank. First find the criteria. So now it is taking here. If I copy this formula down, this will be false because the criteria what we are given is anything greater than 60, it will take as a first class. After that, we are not given. See, if you click on this, it is taking the true value. After this, I will not given the false value. False value is this criteria, we are not given it. So once you're done, so first criteria we are able to match. So what I'll do, I'll double click on it, copy the formula till here. Okay, comma is if this is not true, then what will be the false value? So again I'll paste the formula again. Okay, so here I can see here from right. So what I'll do is, if next criteria is anything greater than 50 and above should be second class. So I'll just change the type here. So make sure that when you're typing the formula, any text, you need to start with the double quote, end with the double quote. So it is taken here. So now true value. Again, now I'll put comma. Let's leave it blank so that we'll see whether it is working fine. So now if we paste it down, see, now you see anything above 57, it is taking true. So this criteria we are able to get it. So this the second criteria, anything 50 and above and anything 60 and above, we are able to find the values. Now after this, you can see here true value, add comma, copy the formula again, that down what we copied again. So next criteria is 50 is already done, 35 and above. 35 and above, I'll write it here as 35 and above should be pass class, pass, just pass. Just put PAS pass. Hit enter. Again hit enter. So now we'll go. So see here 35, it says pass. Anything less than 35, it shows false because we are not given the last criteria. So again we go back to this. So when you see the formula here, B2 greater than 60 first class, if B2 greater than 50 is second class, if B2 greater than or equal to 35 is false. So now if we click here, you can see this value is, if it's true, is getting. The false value you are not given. So just give a comma, as you can see a comma here. After that, just give a comma. So now the value is highlighted here. See, value in if false. So overall, we know that anything less than fail, anything less than 35 should be fail. We already given the 3 criteria. So last criteria directly you can give it as fail. Anything false apart from this criteria, we goes under false. So if I'm giving double quote because since it is a text ending with the double quotes, use the brackets, hit enter. So I'll copy this formula down. So now you can see 35. So if let me put it as 60, now it is changing to pass. If I put 34, fail. If I put 35, pass. I hope this was a little tricky, but when you break the formula by step, I think it should not be a problem. So finally, we have completed 10 questions. I have one bonus one, which would be helpful for you. So same criteria, same question. What we done in this if function, using if function. So same data here. So we'll do. There's an easy way of getting the if without using if function, we can get the grades here. So first we need to add the criteria. It says use a function assigned based on the grades. Scores below 60, 35 or fail. So 0 to 35, right? I'll put 0 because anything from 0 should be fail. So what I'll do is till 35 and below 35. So above 35 is your pass. So what I can do is start with again 35 here, because when you start 0 to 35, this will check till 34. After it will go to 35. 35 is the range here. So 35 and above. So I'm going to start with 35 as the pass. Okay. So now it says 50 to 49. So I know that criteria starts from 50 for second class. Second class. And here we know that 60 and above. So 60. Sorry. I'll just. Okay. First class. So anything 60 and above. So what we are trying to do is anything 35 we know pass. 50 and above will be second class. 60 and above will be first class. 0 because from 0 to 34 it will check. So let's put this grade. First you need to put it in ascending order. Smallest to the big. Once you're done, you can go to the grade formula. Use a VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP, open bracket, click on this insert function, lookup value. So we are looking on the score. Value means one cell. So table area is nothing but criteria. And what criteria? This is the criteria we're looking. So I'm going to select this criteria. I'll do F4 function to log the cell. So we are looking for the grade. Grade is in second column. So this is first column, second column. So column index number would be second. We are trying to get the grade values. Grade 2 and range lookup. So range lookup, usually VLOOKUP, what we do, we'll put it as 0, okay, or false. Okay, false means you can see here, to get to find the exact match, you'll get to give a false here. Since here we are not able to we are not trying to match the exact match, because here 60, there may be 632, 33. So there is not particular range. We are matching trying based on the range. So we can't give it as false here, give it as true. So anything falls under that category, it will pick. Category means like 0 to 34, it takes fails, for fail. 35 to 49, it takes as pass. 50 and above, it takes second class. 60 and above, it takes as first class. See now the magic. Range lookup 1. So I given as true. Either you can type it as true or put it as 1 here. Click OK. Drag the formula down. So it's very easy, rather than trying to put the function. This, if you set the range correctly, so now you can see 32 fail. If you change it to 34, still fail. 35, if I put, it changes to pass. If you put 50, second class. 60, the first class. 59 will be second class. And 34, I already mentioned, fail. So it is easy using a VLOOKUP function. Only thing criteria you need to change is, instead of false for exact match, you should give a true value, or you can put it as 1, so that it gives the near the value match. So this it will be easy to get the grades, or any aging for your APR aging. You need to find aging, can use this VLOOKUP function by giving the last as range lookup is true. I hope this questions, interview questions, was helpful. Uh, please do let me know for any other thing, so that I can create a video in future. I'll try to come up a few more questions on Excel in future videos. Thank you for your time. Happy learning.